Hey y'all, welcome back to 3305 Vibes, where vibes are felt, not forced. It's been a minute. We're sorry. Things just happen. A lot of things have been happening. But thank you for everyone's support on our Instagram. Like, I've been seeing like a lot of people DMing us asking like, hey, what the next episode at? So we're sorry.
But here we are.
We're here. So I'm Celine.
I'm Tasha.
I'm Stephanie.
And 3305 Vibes. So just to recap, our last episode was episode 4, and we talked about natural hair. So we just went into like different products that we like, different styles that we like, the connotations behind having natural hair and all that. So if you haven't checked out episode 4, I'm Not My Hair, it is on our YouTube channel. It will be linked down below and across the screen.
And I just want to say one more thing from that natural hair video we did. So I actually tried the edge control that Steph mentioned. And I love it actually. Like, it's pretty good. I have some right now. Like, you don't have to worry about
it. Edge booster.
The best, y'all.
I saw it in the store, but they had like a big thing, and I was like, I don't want to get that much, but it does smell really good.
Mm-hmm.
I hate when that happens. But so today we're on episode 5, and we will be talking about, well, I'll get into the title, What's Your Shit? So I wonder what that's about. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. It's called What's Your Shit? So it's actually going to be a 3-part series. Today is the first part, and Steph is going to give you the definition of what we're going to be talking
about. So the definition of talking. Talking is the period of texting, development of feelings, and hanging out with another person before officially dating.
So you know, with the talking stage, it's usually like pros, and then you have your cons. So with the pros, you know, it's getting to know a new person, taking on new adventures, new experiences, and meeting, you know, new friends, meeting their friends, and just getting out there and just meeting like other groups of people, you know. And with the cons, you know, it's kind of confusing. You don't know, you don't really want to cross boundaries, and just comparing that person to like the previous person you was dating.
Right.
So, basically, that's a lot. I don't know. But yeah, so let's get into the expectations of the talking stage.
So with the expectations of the talking stage, definitely like with communication. So like, are you expected to text this person first? Are you expected to call them first?
No.
Are you expected to answer their call every time they call? Like, those are some of the expectations I feel like I have a personal problem with. Like, why you didn't pick up the phone when I called you? So it's like one of those things, especially like the texting first. But I think that's a lot about ego. So like, you don't want to seem like pressed or whatever. I hate that word, pressed.
Like pressed.
Or crazy. Yeah, or crazy.
Or just doing too much.
Exactly. I saw a tweet about that. It was like, we're in our late 20s now, getting to our 30s. Like, why do we still use the word press? Like, why can't I just be that much interested into you or whatever?
Trying to get to know you.
Yeah. So I thought that was a kind of funny that we're going to be talking about relationships, and I saw that tweet. But also, it's like the feeling of entitlement. So if they go do something with their friend, or you go do something with your friend, and you didn't explain to them what you're going to be doing or who you're going to be hanging out with, like, you cross that blurred lines. Like, we're just talking. Do I have to tell you this, or
right?
Like, what y'all think?
I think I mean, in the talking stage, you don't really have to explain to that person. Like, if you want to go out with your friends, you can say, oh yeah, I'm going out. But I don't know. It's like, I kind of feel like you should, but then it's like, they don't have to. at the end of the day because you're just talking. So I don't know. I know I've probably been in that situation where I'm like, oh, why you didn't tell me you were going out with your friends? Like,
Absolutely.
or I think that you should do this, but I'm just like, who am I to say that? They don't really know me like that. It's like, what, girl? Just calm down. Like, like we're not dating, so
Right.
I don't know. I just have mixed feelings on that.
I think it's just a line of respect. Like, I guess, and I think it's kind of like, so you be in the talking stage, and then the talking stage gets broken down into different phases because it's like we could be just talking, and then we could be like talking, but then we like talking.
Talking
So confusing.
with a lot of G's.
You just gotta reach out to your friends and be like, "Girl, so should I say this?" Like, you just gotta reach out to them so they could calm you down and just talk some sense to you sometimes, so you just won't overstep any boundaries.
And then, like the expectations, like you want to also make sure you get to know them as much as you can, especially if y'all like in the talking portion. It really is. Think about it. So like we just you talk to your friend, you be like, girl, we just talking, But then like y'all start talking, you like, and then you stuff come to me like, no, it seems like y'all be talking.
So the talking is like you're actually like going somewhere. Like you see a future with this person, kind of potential.
It's a potential.
So if you're in the talking stage, then that's where if you're going out with your friends, you got to tell that person.
Right. Absolutely. You can invite them out. Ooh.
Where does that come into?
I love it.
Exactly.
Okay, is that too much? Like if we're talking, I can't ask for. I mean, okay, I'm not gonna ask for an invitation out, but it's just I expect you to invite me out.
I don't know.
I guess that goes into the whole getting to know that person, and then you'll know what they expect or what they want.
That goes back to when y'all just talking. There should be expectations that are laid out too. Like, then pride again because you like, do I really want to say all that?
True, but then that also eliminates time wasted.
Facts. Yeah. Because then I also think that in this talking stage, like far as us now, being in our late 20s and going to our 30s or whatever, like we don't want to be wasting no time. And like I feel like you should really lay out like, hey, like you need to lay out, especially now that we're older. I'm looking for something serious, or I'm trying to get married and all that stuff, instead of like, oh, I'm just gonna wait around, blah blah. Like when we were in our early 20s, like we was just trying to have fun and all that.
Waiting on the text message.
Yeah, like now, like Steph said, I'm going to go ahead and eliminate this situation from jump. Like, if you're not looking for what I'm looking for,
ain't nothing cut that. Snip, snip, snip.
That was
cool. It was.
But yeah, like just going back to what we were saying about just making sure you get to know them and know everything about them and all that stuff, so you won't become surprised when y'all get to the dating or exclusive stage. You're like, you didn't show that to me. I did.
Right.
And you accepted it.
So yeah. So that brings us to the downfalls and mishaps. So basically, like what Celine just said when she mentioned, I did show you this part of me and you just accepted it or basically ignored it. So it's important that, when you're talking to a person and they do something that you don't like or say something that you don't like, just confront it. Like, just, let them know up front that, hey, I didn't like that. I mean, it's uncomfortable, but it's very important for us to, like, acknowledge those signs that we see instead of just saying, like, oh, okay, he just did that one time. He ain't gonna do it again. Like, whatever, I'm just gonna ignore it. Like, that's not him. Like,
it is.
Like, no, like, just confront him. Like, it is what it is at the end of the day. Like, that's what we should do. And we don't want those things to lead into our relationship. Anybody got time for that? Like you said, we trying to get married out here. Like, no. And also, sometimes like moving too fast. So that's why you should really get to know that person as much as you can instead of like, I don't know. So another one is moving too fast. So say like fall in love. Now, for me, I just don't think you can fall in love with someone just like that. To me, for me, I feel like I have to like get to know a person. Everybody's different. Some people fall in love at first sight.
Yeah.
Hey, that's them. But
Right.
you really know that person, like when you're falling in love, like within like 3 or 4 months.
Like 90 Day Fiance.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Show.
Like, are you really, are you really in love with that person? No, you can love that person, but are you really in love?
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of people blur the lines with like you're in love with the idea of that person,
Mm-hmm.
of what it could possibly be.
Yeah.
Right.
So that just rose-colored glasses, and people just like, oh, I love him, or I love her, like,
Or the things that they can do for you in that first 2 months, the things that they can do for you. Oh, I love that person because they can do this, this, and that for me.
Yeah.
You know, that's why you love that person, but you don't really love that person.
Exactly.
If you put all that other stuff to the side, what can that person really do for you?
Mm-hmm.
You know, so
just slow.
So now we're going to move into like the favorite quotes or those sayings that you say during the talking stage. So I guess the first one is like, I'm too old to be talking to somebody and it's not going nowhere. Like, I've been saying that. I've said that before.
yes.
These late 20s get you into a whole different mindset.
Mm-hmm. Or we're just talking, but you hit me up first. Like what? Like you tell me we're just talking, but you hit me up first.
Trying to hang out.
Right.
How does that work?
Girls care too early and guys care too late. I feel like that is the top number one where a lot of potential relationships fail, I think.
I think because guys just sit there and they be too unsure, or they just be trying to be too player, and they like, nah, I can't be out here in these streets like this.
I ain't falling.
I ain't falling in love. Sure.
Yeah.
Is she going?
Like, say that.
I was feeling her. Now look at her now. Like, talk to
my fingers. Another one, the talking stage is just too stressful. I think that's where a lot of people just give up.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's just the blurred lines. Like, you just don't know what to do.
Right.
And you try to keep it cool and keep it, chill, but who can do that?
Right.
Like, I can't do this. Group message, girl.
And then that goes back into the whole, what we were talking about earlier, like, when I go out, do I tell you or do I not tell you? When you go out, do you tell me or do you not tell me? Or just, it's just a lot that goes into that talking stage that people seem to get stressed over. But also into that talking stage being stressful, you're thinking like, am I going to get cuffed or am I wasting 3-4 months or a week of my life? Like, what's going on? Trying to figure it out. So
that's the worst.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I mean, and I think we get so caught up in the fun of it. Like, hanging out with somebody new, y'all doing things, y'all just being in that presence with somebody. And then you get to a point where you just like, all right, well, I've been doing a lot with this person. What are we?
What are we? Right.
Are we make it exclusive? Like, where we going? Like,
talking.
Are we in a relationship? I guess that's the key word.
Acts like
you want to be my girl.
Like, and some people do though. Like, do you want to be my girlfriend or do you want to be my girl? I mean, whatever it is, but like, can we get out of this talking stage?
I don't know when did you
or just one day you just wake up and be like, things happen.
Yeah, like
right.
Like, we together.
Or like, they just be talking to people and they be like, yeah, that's my girl. You be like,
oh, I am. You be shocked. Like, what?
Don't act cool. Act cool.
With the heart, we are together now. Period. That's funny. That's kind of really me though. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. But those are some of the favorite quotes, right?
Yeah. So now we're gonna move on to some questions. So first one. So how long do you typically wait to start talking to someone after a relationship ends?
Well, before we answer that question, well, I think I may answer the question. Sometimes when relationships end, some people already have somebody else.
Or just like you could be just so emotionally disattached. I think that's
Detached.
Thanks. From your relationship that you're in, like the relationship already just deaded. So
Right.
are you at fault for that? Because you just don't really have the feelings for them anymore. I don't know. I can't quantify it.
I feel like some people get out of a relationship and just say like, oh, I just want to have fun, focus on myself. Then somebody just pop up out of nowhere and it just happens and they don't really plan on it, but it's just
right.
The direction you're going in. Like, I mean, you don't have to like take it serious with that person. You can just, talk.
Talking.
Just talking. But I just feel like sometimes it just happens.
Yeah, you least expect it.
Yeah, I don't think that there is a typical time frame of when you have to start talking to someone after a relationship. I guess it just depends on how serious or how long that prior relationship was. Now, if you were married and then divorced,
oh yeah,
that's different. I can't speak on that. But just a maybe 3-4 year relationship and then it ends, if you meet somebody, sure, I mean, go right ahead, depending on how the relationship ended. But I don't think there's a typical like time frame.
I think also too, like, you don't want to block your blessing. So
right.
I mean, we all sit here and preach like I'm all for women empowerment, knowing self and all this stuff, but another person can lead you to that righteousness of learning yourself. So
right.
Yep, when one door closes, one opens.
Yeah. One man's trash is another man's treasure.
Look.
You guys are funny. The next one is, how do you know what guy is worth talking to? So, like, how do you know he's it?
I still haven't found the it, guys. So I don't know. I can't answer that question. I guess I don't know.
I think for me, when things get easier, like
yeah,
as y'all know, like me, I'm just like, I think I got like a control freak type thing or whatever. So when I can like let go,
and just go with the flow. Yeah.
You know, but
like somebody.
But no, like it's just, I just feel like you just reach like another level with that person. Like you're able to connect with them like on this different level, and not saying you have to go through like high and lows, because that's just, I don't know where that come from. Like, yeah, that's toxic. Like, just like, oh yeah, you gotta go through this. Like, no, you don't sometimes. But it's just like really just enjoying that person for who they are, and just recognizing their potential, and then actually seeing that potential, and just like, you know what? I knew what I was doing. Like, I see recognizing their potential. So
yeah, I think those are perfect answers.
Just walking out on me.
Yeah.
And if you fall, you get back up again.
Right.
It's okay. Because y'all just talking.
Right.
The last one is, do you keep your options open during the talking stage?
Yes.
I agree.
Yes. You do. Only because you don't want to. That person may be a great person if you have certain things on your list, I guess, per se. You may, like you say, lose a blessing in that person. But you also don't want to cross any boundaries or let that person cross any boundaries that you may have, or, you know, just certain things like that. But you also don't want to have, like, you want to keep your options open when you're meeting new people, I guess.
He's keeping his options. Just kidding.
No way.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, keep your options open when you're talking to people.
I agree. You just never know. And I think it's just levels. But of course, keeping the options open, everybody doesn't get the same treatment. So,
Right.
yeah, you gotta have your starting lineup, and
Mm-hmm.
to them can't get the same.
Everybody not gonna make it.
Right.
Not at all.
But
May the odds be in your favor.
Look, you better win.
okay, so let's get into the 5 tips on surviving the talking stage. So the first one, leave your expectations at the door.
The second one, check your emotions.
The third one, recognize your singleness.
The fourth one, communicate. That is important. Communicate. Get your point across without being, like, you know,
Emotional.
yeah, or, you know, aggressive. But, and get out there.
Take a risk.
Have fun.
Enjoy this experience.
But be safe.
Be safe.
Great.
Get out there. And enjoy life. Enjoy your singleness.
Mm-hmm. Recognize that you're single and you can do whatever you want. Get out there and meet people. You have the power. So thank you all for tuning in to episode 5, What's Your Shit, part 1, the talking stage. We will be coming with part 2 of What's Your Shit, dating. So stay tuned. Again, thank you so much for your support. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Follow us on Instagram as well, and leave a comment. Actually, let's try something different, y'all. So I be seeing this on like videos and stuff. Leave, if you made it to the end of the video, leave a orange heart in the comments.
I like that.
If you made it to the end, leave an orange heart. So thanks again, and we'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye.